Happy Mother's Day and welcome to Bank Independence Stadium from Mike D. Lane Field, where North Alabama goes for the series sweep against the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. This is UNA Baseball on the UNA Lions Sports Network. Hello, Lion fans, and welcome into the broadcast. Benjamin Ray, Grant Wakefield, Braden Rogers, happy to be back with you after the rain prevented us from setting up Saturday. We're back and ready to get this sweep here today with the hometown Lions. Grant, big news for North Alabama after last night's 6-2 win. Not only did that give North Alabama the 20th win on the year, which is the most at the Division I level, but it also punched the Lions' first ever ticket into the Atlantic Sun tournament. The Lions are postseason born for the first time ever at the Division I level. Talk about a monumental win last night under the lights in the rain.
Yeah, it was a late night here at the ballpark, but it was a special night for North Alabama, like you said, clinching the first ASUN tournament berth in school history, and getting to do it on your home field is extremely special. And for the first time in all of Division I, we can say we're postseason bound, and now we can just go and play ball. We don't have to worry about trying to make the tournament go into the final weekend. We can go have fun the rest of the way, and it'll be a fun stretch these next couple weeks.
Everybody I spoke to today, I said, hey, congratulations on getting in, and they all had the same reaction. Thanks, but we want to get that 2 seed. So North Alabama enters today as the lone team in third place. Everybody in the gold division has punched their ticket. Austin Peay's in first. They've wrapped up the gold division. Lipscomb's in second with a 16-10 record. UNA in third with a 13-13 record. Central Arkansas in fourth with a 12-14 record. And UNA and Central Ark will meet next week in Conway, but we're just worried about this one. So the Lions aren't just satisfied to be in, they're hungry.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's you still got a lot to play for. Like you were saying, has a lot of ability to get to the second seed, and that can really help you out as you get in. Double elimination tournament when you get into Florida, but that helps kind of your pitching and able to kind of work around some of those things. So big couple of weeks coming up for UNA.
So let's get you the starting lineups here. Grant, run through North Alabama's defensive alignment.
Yeah, for UNA, it's the same alignment we saw on Friday night when we were out here. Nash Rippon in left, Riker Billingsley in center, R.J. Sherwood in right field, Loving, Jenkins, Lane, and Kraska left to right across the infield, Matthew Delgado catching, and Dylan Morrill, the senior, will make his second consecutive Sunday start on the mound for the Lions.
Tate Nunnally slated to lead things off. The lefty digs in. First pitch on the way from Dylan Morrill. In there for a called strike at 12:33 p.m. We are 2 minutes early today. Let's go. Hey, after the late nights, Friday and Saturday, they're ready to play today. Morrill's second pitch of the ball game. Waved at and missed. He's ahead 0-2.
Ben Morrill enters, making his, like I said, second consecutive Sunday start. He's got a 3-2 record, a 5.16 ERA. Worked 45 in the third innings, 39 hits, 28 runs, 26 of which were earned, 46 strikeouts to only 21 walks.
Tate Nunnally has reached in 27 straight games. Fly ball, third base side. They've got room over towards the track, and he's retired. That's tracked down by Bryant Loving. And Dylan Morrill retires the first man he faces.
Really attacked the zone that at bat. And that's something we saw all of last Sunday as well from Dylan Morrill. Really filled it up, had a great outing. See if he can continue that. And on top of great pitching we saw last night from North Alabama with Anthony Pinchton going a complete game, only allowing 1 run last night.
Greg Caban, the catcher, follows. Swings at the first offering. Lefty heavy start. This is back towards us, it would appear.
I didn't see it land.
I saw everybody look back our way. It's a long foul ball. First inning has been kind to North Alabama. The Lions have not given up a run while grabbing leads 3-0 in game 1, 1-0 in game 2. Morrill's 0-1, a called strike, and he's in the zone aggressively early on for an 0-2 advantage. After Eastern Kentucky tied it in the second, the Lions got it back with a single run in the third, single run in the fifth, single run in the seventh, and then 2 more in the eighth. Colonels did get a solo shot in the ninth to make it 6-2. Ground ball, left side. Jenkins over to his right. Quick throw, long throw. Kraska comes off the bag, but he's able to apply the tag for out number 2.
Athletic play from P.D. Kraska there, able to come off, make the catch and tag kind of all in one motion. A big second out, and like you said, the lefty heavy. This will be the third straight lefty to hit for EKU to start the ball game.
A.J. Grunewald steps in, the first baseman. North Alabama's had some strong starting efforts this weekend. Anthony Pinchton, complete game win last night. 5 hits, 2 runs allowed, 2 walks. And how about 11 strikeouts? Career high, season high for any UNA pitcher. First pitch for Morrill at the ankles, low, ball 1. And truthfully, you go back to Friday night, you had a pair of freshmen throw. Trip Patterson was pretty good, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Luke Davenport got the win after going 3 innings and striking out 7. The 1-0 again low, almost same pitch. Makes the count 2 balls, no strikes. And Gavin Oswald came in for a 1-out save, got a strikeout against the only batter he faced. So you've had 2 starting pitchers go relatively deep. You've used 2 bullpen arms, and everybody's had a day of rest. So imagine everybody is available for Jan Pratniak today. 2-0 delivery for Morrill. That's looped into left field. Drops down for a soft little looping base hit with 2 outs for A.J. Grunewald.
Grunewald will be his 6th hit of the weekend. Has been very good for EKU here this weekend.
You know, has 6 of their 13 hits on the weekend. So we got our first righty in Silas Schaefer, the designated hitter. Dylan Morrill making his 2nd consecutive weekend start in place of Bryson Parrish. As Grant mentioned, he was phenomenal last Sunday in the win over Lipscomb. First pitch, ball 1. Really thought he'd have a shot at A-Sun Pitcher of the Week. Had a save last week. Was humongous in the win. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks to just 5 hits. We've got our first pitch com issue.
And kind of what you were saying, Ben, about the bullpen arms in UNA this weekend, that was definitely a welcome sight for Coach Pratniak last weekend. Dylan Morrill going 7 on a Sunday. That's a pretty big number and something great you'd like to see as a UNA fan.
Second pitch of this AB, hammered towards right. Sherwood backtracks, hops a little. Now he goes back to where he originally was, squeezes the mitt for the 3rd and final out. Dylan Morrill cruises through the first, a harmless single with 2 outs. Nothing else, and we'll meet the Lion Bats in the Colonel's leather when we return to Florence. Jaden Sloan slated to lead off for North Alabama as the designated hitter. Petey Kraska follows in the 2-hole. Matthew Delgado bats third. Nash Rippon in left field batting cleanup. The 5 spot, the captain, the Division I hit leader, Jonathan Lane. R.J. Sherwood bats 6th, playing right field. In the 7th spot, it's Bryant Loving playing third base. Riker Billingsley plays center field and bats 8th as Jaden Sloan leads off the game with a first pitch single for North Alabama. And it's Leighton Jenkins batting 9th, rounding things out, playing shortstop. And Grant, perfect start for North Alabama against Berkeley. Bounds, what can you tell us about Mr. Bounds?
Yeah, he's making his first start of the season as well. 17 total appearances, 2-0 record on the year, 4.73 ERA, at 32 and a third innings pitched, 31 hits, 20 runs, 17 of which were earned, 33 strikeouts, just 13 walks.
Kraska, big swing. That's a called strike 1.
Ben, we entered today as well, kind of the same thing as last Sunday, a TBA versus TBA pitching matchup. Not sure who would go when we got to the ballpark today, but both coaches going more relievers in their starting role here on the Sunday.
Second pitch low for a ball. PD's seeing it really well right now. 4 for 7 on the weekend. 2 runs driven in. He has a double as well. He's got a 1-1 count. Chops this one infield. Fielded by the pitcher, Bounds. Flips over to first, underhand. There's the first out, but Jaden Sloan's able to move up to second, so that's as good as a swinging bunt right there. Tell you what, the wind's really whipping.
It is. It is kind of the windiest day we've kind of seen since that first weekend we had out here at the new mic. See if that plays any factor. Trying to look at the flag. It's blowing in from left right now.
Yeah, we got cinder blocks on the 10th, so maybe that'll help. We'll see. Matthew Delgado follows. Delgado 2 for 6 on the weekend. First pitch he sees, waves at, strike 1. Delgado has scored 2 runs this weekend. He's driven in 1. Continuing his rate of producing about 38% of North Alabama's runs driven in, either scoring or driving them in. Fouls that one back. He's down 0-2.
He got the scoring going for North Alabama last night, drove in Petey Kraska. Got North Alabama on the board back in the first.
He can try to do it again right here. Sloan takes his lead at second. Bounds comes home to Delgado, ahead 0-2. Delgado out in front of that one a little bit, fouls it back to the netting. We might should have put one more cinder block on that front left leg. Might do that in between innings. Got 2 tenths up just in case it does rain. We're hoping it doesn't. We got the gear ready to pack it up quickly. The 0-2 again fouled up. Not pack it up, secure it. Today being senior day. How about for these seniors? Their first time playing on this field this year, their last time today. They got to see it come to life. You know that's got to mean a lot to them.
Absolutely, I believe. It was 11 or 12 seniors, I believe, we're honoring today.
Believe so. Again with the 0-2. On the ground up the line, that just goes foul. That was a nice play by the third baseman, Ott. Of course, from our angle, it's hard to see where it hits and lands, but he slid into foul ground to grab that.
Had an easy look at third base umpire Brandon Bennett on that one to know exactly what the signal was.
We try the 0-2 again. Delgado's being aggressive with 2 strikes. Here it comes. He takes that one inside. It's a good eye. It's a 1-2 count now. One ball, 2 strikes. Delgado unloads, high fly ball to left. This will stay in the park. Rogers went back, now he races in against the wind. Sloan will not be able to tag from second as that ball was hit too shallow into left field. And there's out number 2.
There we might have saw a little bit of that wind. I think the left fielder Rogers kind of expected to be hit harder off the bat, and kind of the wind, like I said, blowing in from left field today made that ball come all the way back into shallow left field. Rogers had to run a little ways for it.
Now Nash Rippon digs in. Rippon got a hold of one last night. His only hit of the series left the park. It's outside for a called strike. I believe he launched his into right field, into the bullpen. Hit the top of it out there. Braden Rogers did his own little stream last night, sounded good. That one's a called strike. And Rippon's down 0-2. His bounds has really lived in the zone.
Work back in, work the kind of the outside corner of that first pitch, and that one right down the middle. Really been pounding the zone.
The 0-2 down and away to the lefty Rippon. He's got 1 ball, 2 strikes. The North Alabama offense has been productive. Game number 1, scoring 6 runs off 9 hits. Game number 2, scoring 6 runs off of 11 hits. 1-2 try on the ground, couple of hops played by the second baseman, and he throws over to first for the third and final out. Lions get a leadoff single. Nothing else going. We're off and running from Florence. No score. We move to the second here at Mike D. Lane Field. Five, 6, and 7 due up for the Colonels here in the second inning. Benjamin Ray, Grant Wakefield with you. Braden Rogers producing. Game number 3 of this Atlantic Sun Weekend Series. North Alabama enters in 3rd place, just off of the 2nd place Lipscomb Bisons with 4 games remaining. North Alabama's clinched a spot in the tournament, trailing the Bisons by 3 games. First pitch from Morrill of the inning to the lefty. Little looper, easy snag for the shortstop. Leighton Jenkins for out number 1. It's a good start.
1 pitch, 1 out, gotta like it. If you're Dylan Morrill, really attacking the zone here and getting these EKU hitters.
Mauricio Bescherano bats second in the inning. So you got Austin Peay in first place. They've wrapped up the Gold Division. First pitch strike in there from Dylan Morrill. Lipscomb in second place. North Alabama in third place. Central Arkansas in fourth place. In the last 6 years, we've been wrapping up our final weekends talking about how North Alabama's trying to continue to build and why we're still building. How about this? North Alabama's got one of the best Atlantic Sun records in the league. Fastball pounds the net for a called strike. Consider this, you've got Austin Peay with a 22-4 record, Lipscomb with a 16-10 record, Stetson with a 22-4 record down in the Graphite Division, Jacksonville with a 16-10 record. So you've got 4 teams above 500. North Alabama with the 5th best record in the ASUN overall as that one bounces up in the turf for the first ball of this at-bat. And that's really what is so exciting about what this team's doing is they're looking at these standings and they're saying, hey, we're not just squeaking in. We're trying to kick the door in and make some noise down in Florida in the tournament in 2 weeks. The 1-2 try. That was hit square on the bat, softly towards left. Rippon comes in. And that's the loudest, softest sound we've seen this weekend. That ping, you would have thought that ball was heading towards the dorms.
Squared it up, but Dylan Morrill able to locate that one down and away, made Bezzerano reach for that one. And 2 quick outs here in the second.
Colby Ott digs in. So all 4 gold division spots are set between Austin Peay, Lipscomb, North Alabama, and Central Arkansas. The graphite division, not so fast down there. First pitch of this AB, fouled back, strike 1. Stetson equals Austin Peay's record with a 22-4 mark. I would say Stetson's probably the favorite. Everybody's going to talk about Austin Peay and the way they mash it. But Stetson's just always so steady in postseason play.
Tournament is in Stetson's home ballpark as well.
Down there in DeLand, they got a nice park down there. Jacksonville's in second with a 16-10 mark. 2-0 waved at, or 1-2 rather. Or no, now it's 0-2. Florida Gulf Coast, North Florida, both with 13 wins. Florida Gulf Coast 13-13, North Florida 13-14. And you got West Georgia nipping on their heels. So the final 2 spots not determined yet in the graphite division. 0-2 try for Morrill. Again, fault foul by Ott. So the tournament will be division crossovers. So one will play 4. So the first place gold division will play the 4th place graphite division. So if you're North Alabama, if you can get up there to that 2 seed maybe, you're talking about playing the 3 seed, right, in the graphite division. On the ground, off the mound. The captain's there behind the bag. Tough play, head first, slide at first. And Ott is safe with 2 outs. Second straight inning with a 2-out single. Jonathan Lane made a nice effort behind the bag. But that one was slowed down enough by the mound to allow the 2-out single. Kobe Benson digs in. Second straight inning, the Colonels have had a 2-out knock. Oh, watch out. Bat left the hands. No,
Broken
it
half.
broke.
Holy cow.
How often do you see a metal bat break? He was holding just the handle as that went flying. I was thinking, I didn't hear contact or anything. Somehow that bat passed bat testing. Wish we could see that one again.
I know.
Braden, get us the replay, slow motion.
I've seen balls be hit like right on the handle, maybe saw a metal bat in half, but I've never seen one like that.
That bat had no more hits left in it. So we'll reset lefty-lefty matchup. Excuse me, lefty-righty matchup. Morrill, the righty, fires the left-handed hitter. Chopper left side. Jenkins scoops on the run. Transfer throw. It's all good for the 3rd and final out. Dylan Morrill gives up a 2-out single, nothing else. We move to the home second, scoreless with the Bats looking to get going. Back here at Bank Independent Stadium at Mike D. Lane Field, Benjamin Ray Grant Wakefield, Braden Rogers in the house. And it's the captain, Jonathan Lane, leading things off. Lane, the all-time Division I hits leader. Swings at the first pitch, the little tap back to the pitcher, bounds, throw to first, retires Lane. Didn't even have time to finish introducing the captain. He didn't have any time to tell you. He's sitting now at 210 hits. He'll go for 211 next time. And R.J. Sherwood follows. We talked to R.J. the other night. He drove in 2 runs in game 1. 2 for 7 on the weekend, a double. Swings at the first pitch, launches this towards right. It's got some hook to it, and it tails right into Tate Nunnally's glove. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Berkeley Bounds.
Lions being aggressive at the plate. Lane was just out front of his, kind of resulting in the slow roller, but RJ squared that one up. Just happened to hit it right to the right fielder Nunnally.
Bryant Loving. His first AB tonight, he's 2 for 7 with a run scored. Takes the first pitch away, strike 1. Had a late inning insurance RBI back in the 7th. A pretty big knock, if I remember correctly, from Friday night. Followed with another base hit yesterday. North Alabama hitting .323 as a team. That pitch is out of the zone for a ball. So he's already seen as many pitches as the first 2 batters of the inning. There's one low, and he grabs a 2-1 advantage.
Yeah, loving the last couple of games we've done here at the Mike Bent. He's came up with some clutch hits. That UT Martin game also added some insurance as well during the midweek.
And here he is with a 2-out base hit that sneaks into left field on a hop. Shortstop Besharano, who we've seen at second, now at short, couldn't quite get there. And Bryant Loving has his 3rd hit of the weekend. Riker Billingsley next. He's enjoyed hitting against the Colonels this year. Led North Alabama in hitting up there. 2nd this weekend. He's 3 for 8 at the home run. First pitch too tall, ball 1. So the Colonels have been eliminated from postseason contention. 2-0. Buzzes inside, make it a 2-0 count. Grant, never mind. I got a head on my lineup card there. Loving takes off, pitch swung on, ground ball off the mid of the first baseman, Grunewald. Ricochets into right field. Loving takes off for 3rd. So the hit and run was on, and it works. Creates some chaos, and the Lions put runners on the corners.
Saying always is, you put the ball in play, good things will happen. And that time a little confusion with the runner going. Out for the miscue, and watch out, UNA's got runners on the corners here in the 2nd. Will go down as a single for Riker Billingsley.
2nd hit of the inning. Leighton Jenkins swings at the first pitch, strike 1. So it's Leighton Jenkins with an opportunity to be clutch. He's 2 for 7 on the weekend. On Friday night, he had a single in the 2nd to lead off. So he's had a hit in each game now. Takes away.
He also laid down the bunt, which resulted in the error that scored the go-ahead run for UNA on Friday night, which put the Lions ahead 4-3 in the 6th.
Runner takes off for 2nd, no throw. Colonels concede it. And a base hit could potentially score 2 with 2 outs. And the pitch was a ball as well. So it's a 2-1 advantage for Leighton Jenkins. That breaks him. Count stands even, 2 balls, 2 strikes apiece. Imagine a lot of families up there on the church parking lot for Senior Day, Mother's Day. Another cool outing here at the Mike. Pigeon flying above the field right now. The 2-2. Jenkins pops it up first base side. This tiptoes into foul ground where it's snagged by Grunewald. And the Lions can't make anything of the base runner magic from Bryant Loving. Lions put 2 on, nothing to show for it. 2 complete. We move to the 3rd. North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky scoreless here at Mike D. Lane Field from Bank Independent Stadium. Third inning opens up. Dylan Morrow faces the 9-hole hitter Jay Douglas. North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky scoreless. First pitch of the 3rd inning, foul back. Don't know if that caught Delgado or not, but it's strike 1. Dylan Morrow has given up a 2-out single in each of the first 2 innings. But again, he's looking sharp. He was a starter at his previous school. He found out last Saturday he'd be starting Game 3. Probably knew a little bit more this time. That one comes inside and hit the bat. Eastern Kentucky's not happy. North Alabama was arguing it hit the bat from the get-go. Douglas not too happy. Now he squats down to where it got him on the wrist. And they'll get together to talk, but now it's a question of what did it get first, the wrist or the bat? And Douglas is feeling that one.
Not going to knock that it didn't catch a piece of his wrist. I mean, he's obviously in some pain. But the ricochet I saw, it did look like it hit something off the bat or maybe like padding or something up there. It had a weird ricochet off of it.
A lot of laughing going on between Douglas, Delgado, and the North Alabama dugout. So call stands. No way to review it, but also it's not because we don't have our replay booth up yet, but there's no mandatory replay in the Atlantic Sun. They have not decided on that as a league yet. We probably do have the infrastructure to do it when our stuff is up and running. The rest of the league doesn't feel the same way. Did we just get a warning issued, or is it just a time?
I think it was time. I think Morrill was ready to go before the batter and the home plate umpire were both set. So that was kind of a pause, take your breath a little bit.
So now after the pause, the 0-2, inside for a ball. Tell you what, it's another unpredictable May weather day. 67 degrees out. Chance of rain sitting at about 15% right now. Little hopper back to Morrill. He jogs toward first, flips underhanded to Kraska, and he retires the leadoff man. A painful out for Jay Douglas.
Yeah, Morrill did not allow the long pause to affect him, and he able to come back, attack the zone, and get a big first out.
We go back to the top of the order. Tate Nunnally's reached safely in 27 straight games. He's had a hit in 9 straight. He comes around with 1 out in the first inning. He popped up in foul ground to third base. First pitch swung on, hit towards second. Lane had to run to his right, throws on the run away from first. Snagged by Kraska. Great play from the captain, Jonathan Lane, for out number 2.
Yeah, he was shaded rather, kind of in the 3-4 hole in the deep infield, shallow right field. Able to get around that ball and set his feet, make a good throw.
So 2 outs. Kimura work his first clean inning. Matthew Delgado ties his shoe. I'll tell you what, radar watching yesterday was wild. Woke up that morning, thought we might have a shot at 2. And then we got pushed back, and it just kind of kept getting delayed from 3 to 4, from 4 to 6, from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8. I think they finally started the game at about 9:45. First pitch, low, ball 1. Even when they moved it to 9, it was at about 8:15. They said, hey, we got to push it to 9:15. And I guess first pitch came at around 9:45. One-0 try. Hammered high, fouled. Everybody gives it a look. Third base side. So that game last night, they put the start time at 9:30. Game was played in 2 hours and 43 minutes. So it finished a little after midnight, 12:15 we'll call it, give or take a few minutes. Count even up 1-1 to Greg Caban. Hammers another one high. Loving gives it a look, and he gets out of play to put a second strike up. Count stands 1-2. So college kids stay up late anyways. But, you know, we had a late night on Friday night. That was the first pitch at, what, 8 p.m.? 7 p.m. Felt like 8 p.m. to me. We got out of here 10:30-ish. Yeah. That's nothing for them. Last night, they were all probably home by 1 a.m.-ish. Fastball, chin high. Evens the count up 2-2. When you're a college kid, you don't really feel that. Now, if the game had been 9-10 a.m., yeah, you'd be moving a little slow. But then the weather today, it's even been iffy as we get later on. And the chances have changed even since I got here. On the ground, backhanded stab at third by Loving. Strong throw to first. Beautiful. Kraska on the receiving end of a pair of web gems from Jonathan Lane and Bryant Loving. And there's the 3-up, 3-down frame from Dylan Morrill. Hey, what do you say we get a run? We're scoreless. We move to the home third. The Lions look to get going. Here from the mic. Jaden Sloan to get things going for North Alabama here in the third inning. We're scoreless. North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky playing the third game of this three-game set. North Alabama has scored 6 runs each time while winning Friday night and Saturday night. Sloan first pitch swinging on the ground to third. Throw over to first from Ott. Jaden Sloan has seen 2 pitches. He's 1 for 2 now. And really, North Alabama has liked that first pitch today against Berkeley Bounds.
Really been attacking those first pitches, getting good swings on it, and that's what kind of we saw, I know, at least Friday night, was UNA, if the ball was in the zone, they were swinging, and obviously if it was out of the zone, they were very patient at the plate, but attacked any pitch close to hit on Friday night.
Petey Kraska watches away for a ball. And I'll tell you what, Petey Kraska swinging a hot stick for North Alabama right now. Is 1-0, hammered high left field. This ball's got some carry, running back to the warning track. That's off the wall. Kraska heads towards second, slides in. He's got a double, a blast off the purple monster. And Petey Kraska continues to swing a big bat. That's his team-leading 18th double of the season.
We've seen a lot of Petey Kraska's hits since we've been doing games, Ben, have all been kind of to center and right field. That one, he takes the other way and drives it off the monster and left.
So Petey's got a 7-game hit streak. He's got 4 straight multi-hit games coming into this one. First pitch to Delgado, follows on the ground. Into left field, it sneaks. Kraska stopped at third. Delgado stands at first. He follows Kraska's double with a single to put Lions on the corners with 1 out.
Back to what we said earlier, Lions attacking that first pitch. Delgado sees the pitch he can hit, drives it. Got a little something brewing here for the Lions in the third.
Nash Rippon's 0 for 1. Not a lot of speed on the base paths, but just put it in play. Something to the outfield. We got a chance to grab the lead, 1 out. Third base kind of plays in just a little bit. Middle infielders closer to the bag at second. And of course, Grunewald holds at first. First pitch, ball 1 to Rippon. Rippon for the left-handed batter's box wears jersey 34. Lions with the purple helmets, purple jerseys, white pinstripe pants. Breaking ball breaks down and away. 4 ball, and it's a 2-0 count. Bounds making his first start of the year. He's averaged a strikeout per inning, none so far today. He's behind 2-0, and he gets that one in. Put a strike up, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Nash Rippon's been big in moments for North Alabama this season. See if he can do it again.
Such a relaxed stance. He looks confident in there. The 2-1, throw over to first. The speedy Delgado scurries back. Delgado did not have a large lead, maybe 2 steps. Takes a little bit of a larger lead now. Leans a little more. Bounds long look home. Now leg kick fires the 2-1. Rippon up the line to first. Steps on the bag for 1. Delgado turns to go back towards first, and he's tagged out for an inning-ending double play. 3-4-3, I believe.
They're going to count the run here at home plate as well from Kraska.
And Kraska was able to score, so Delgado did his job. And the Lions grab the lead. 3 innings complete. North Alabama squeaks out a 1-0 lead here from Florence. Nash Rippon gives Dylan Morrill a 1-0 lead, and the Lions strike first for the third time this weekend. A.J. Grunewald set to lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning. North Alabama leads Eastern Kentucky. Pass it over to Grant Wakefield with the 1-0 lead.
Thank you, Ben. I'll try to keep that lead and add some insurance by the time I return it back to you later in the ball game. Dylan Morrill's first pitch to Grunewald, foul back into the netting. This fourth inning's underway. Grunewald, single back in the first. On the weekend, he's been the hot bat for EKU, accounting for 6 of their now 14 hits on the weekend. The 0-1 misses high. It's a 1-1 count. Grunewald, 6 of 8 on the weekend, got 2 doubles and a homer to his line. Morrill set at the belt. 1-1. Swung going to miss on a breaking ball for strike 2.
Second straight weekend for Dylan Morrill, stepping in, looking sharp. Of course, Bryson Parrish not able to go again today. Hopefully he'll be back next weekend or the tournament.
Morrill has pitched well today. The 1-2. Fastball up in the unevens count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kind of what we had mentioned earlier is Morrill. He started at his old school prior to coming to UNA and worked out of the pen, but Coach Prackniak, Coach Mervis, and the staff knew that he could start, and it's thrown him back-to-back weekends in situations like that. Fastball misses down. It's a full count now. As the ball kind of gets away from Morrill, he'll chase it down and we'll reset.
You know, he was probably more nervous doing his post-game interview with us last week than he was stepping in to start for the first time.
Yeah.
Asking Chase Glover, what are they going to talk to me about?
He's ready for the payoff. So is Grunewald. Here it comes. Popped high over our heads and out of play. Caught the power line that runs down.
Oh, wow.
Cumberland back here behind us.
You can see it shaking.
Taylor Clemens, Davis Farlow helping me out with that.
They saw it all the way.
We'll do the payoff again.
Our press box roof blocked it.
Here it comes. Fastball at the knees for a called strike 3. Dylan Morrill picks up his first strikeout of the day. There's one down here in the fourth.
Beautiful pitch. Great frame job by Delgado, just all around greatly executed by everyone involved.
Silas Schaefer will step in. Schaefer 0 for 1 today with a flyout. He's 1 for 7 or 1 for 8 now on the weekend. He homered in the 8th inning on Friday night. That was his one hit. First pitch to him misses down and away for ball 1. 1-0 North Alabama. We play in the fourth. Morrill ready to go again. He's set at the belt. And the pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice breaking ball there. We get an offensive timeout from the EKU coach.
Cinder block's holding strong.
We did find two more tent weights back a couple innings ago who weighed down the pole behind our camera over there. But the wind certainly blowing pretty hard today. Got to be one of the windier ball games we've had here. Lord knows the issues we've had with wind at the new park. One now. Here's the pitch. fouled down the right side and out of play.
So cloudy out. I mean, you really can't see that ball once it gets up in the clouds.
I saw it clear the trees. I believe that's down on Stewart somewhere.
I wonder if they'll turn the lights on at some point.
Saw that last Sunday with,
Yep.
with a little bit of cloud cover. We'll see if we see it again. Morrill will toe the rubber and give a long look at the pitch comp. Now he comes set. He's ahead in the count 1-2. The pitch drilled into right field. That's hooking foul. Sherwood will give chase, and that'll hook out of play. That went a long ways because that was off the bat. It was kind of angled somewhere between the foul pole and the bullpen gate, and that hooked all the way foul and out of play on the right field side.
I was really surprised that landed foul. I didn't think RJ would have a play on it because of how far over towards the gap he was playing. But then that ball got out of the fence in a hurry.
I wonder if that was aided by the spin coming off the bat or the wind. 1-2.
About to say it had a lot of spin on it, didn't it? Quite the slice.
About like my tee shot.
I was about to say a golf shot for some. I say some, I don't play anymore, so it can't be me. I retired.
The 1-2 again. Hit down the right side, and this one will get out of play again.
Very identical, just a little more shallow this time. Jonathan Lane still gave it a run. Delgado and Sherwood knew it, kind of telling him to let up.
Didn't see necessarily, didn't necessarily see the hard sprint to the wall that we see with Delgado and some close plays that are up against the fence. Like you said, he knew it. Good battle brewing, though, between Schaefer and Dylan Morrill. 1-2 again. Chopped to the third base bag. Loving fields on a hop, 2 steps, and a throw over to first for out number 2.
It's quite the result after those slices to right. You get the hopper over towards third, but Loving, a couple tough plays now. He's looked very sharp over there in the hot corner.
Yeah, he's made a couple. One play to his backhand, and that one to his glove side, kind of in between him and the shortstop, Leighton Jenkins. Aiding his pitcher out. Same thing we saw last Sunday with Morrill as well. A couple of web gems in that ball game. Dylan Rogers steps in. He hit a soft liner to Leighton Jenkins to lead off the second, his first time up. Lefty on righty matchup, and the first pitch tipped into the glove of Delgado for strike 1.
Both of the Colonel's hits have come with 2 outs. Of course, we're coming off of a 3-up, 3-down frame.
Rogers 1 for 4 on the weekend. He was hit by a pitch and singled on Friday night. That pitch misses away. It's a 1-1 count now. Rogers swings the bat right over the top of his head. Wide stance. 1-1. This is a kid on the ground. Lane fields on a hop, shuffles to first, and the throw to complete the out. 3 up, 3 down go the Colonels. Lions will look to add some insurance. We go to the bottom of the 4th next year from Florence. The captain, Jonathan Lane, will lead things off for us. Here when we play in the bottom half of the fourth. 5-6-7 due up for North Alabama. Lane, Sherwood, and Loving. The Lions look to add some insurance after plating one run back in the bottom half of the fourth. First pitch to Lane, down to the dirt for ball one.
You know, Petey Kraska's got the best walk-up song. Lane, an underrated walk-up song. I don't know the name of the song, but it's got some good up and down screams in it that the entire dugout goes with.
Get some dugout participation. You see that every once in a while. You'll see some players with walk-up songs that kind of get the crowd, get the dugout involved. And I think over the course of the year, Petey's and Johnny's both have been ones the dugouts have liked. Lane chops this one to the third base bag. Ott fields on a hop, throws to first. In time for out number one. Close play over at first. Lane was hustling down the line.
He was hustling and very close to a collision between the two as Grunewald was kind of hogging the safety bag as well. Keep an eye on that. I don't know if that was just positioning or maybe a misstep or why that was so close.
Yeah. R.J. Sherwood steps in. He drilled a ball into right center. But a fly out his first time up. First pitch he sees, swung on a miss for strike one. He's had a couple of big moments for North Alabama this weekend as well. Two hits on the weekend. He's 2 for 8. Knocked a double in game one. Bounds the pitcher. Works out of the windup. Shakes off a pitch and the 0-1. Catches the inside corner for strike two. Back to the walk-up songs real quick, though. It shows the camaraderie this team has when everybody's singing each other's walk-up songs, having a good time in the dugout.
And everybody we've talked to, that's what they've talked about.
1-1's fouled away. It's a 1-2 count now.
And that's really why a team like UNA with that close bond, when this time rolls around, you know what they're not doing tomorrow? Going to class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they are doing? Coming here and taking BP, I'm sure.
Yep. Lions do have a midweek game in Starkville on Tuesday. Yes, Mississippi State. 1-2, misses out of the zone. Makes it a 2-2 count now. Excuse me, a 1-2 count. That was an 0-2. Now it's 2-2.
And it's even better than that because also years past you head into that final week. It's okay, where am I going to play this summer? Am I taking time off? How am I getting there? Now it's, hey, let's not make our plans yet.
Yeah. 2-2. Swung on a miss for strike three. R.J. Sherwood's down on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Berkeley Bounds, the EKU pitcher. Bryant Loving steps up now. He's singled back in the second. Part of a couple of 2-out singles for North Alabama. Lions have scattered around 5 hits today. Good offensive production through 3 innings. Just trying to get more of those around to score. First pitch to Loving. Fastball swung on a miss for strike one. Loving, drag bunt now. He'll roll this one all the way to third. They may not have a play at first. They will not. And Loving's aboard with a bunt single.
His second hit caught everybody off guard. The UNA dugout was loving it all the way. Hey, we did it with 2 outs in the second. Why not 2 outs here in the fourth?
Riker Billingsley steps up now. He also singled back in the second. And that one, Loving waited till Bounds had already released it before he showed hands, so didn't even give the third baseman an opportunity to charge. Well executed drag bunt from Loving. First pitch to Billingsley. Breaking ball bends in for strike one. The 0-1 is fouled out of play on the third base side. That'll get it in the construction zone. Long look home. Now a pick off to first. Loving back in with a slide.
Loving was leaning back to first the entire time, almost as if he anticipated that.
Bounce comes set at the letters. And the 0-2 is popped into shallow center field. Center fielder Douglas comes in about 3 steps. Camps under it on the line head and makes the grab for out number 3. A 2-out bunt single from Bryant Loving, but nothing to show on the scoreboard for North Alabama. Still a 1-0 ball game. We go to the 5th next. We're back in the top half of the 5th. 1-0 your score. North Alabama on top. So we play here. Grant Wakefield, Benjamin Ray. Braden Rogers on hand with you. Dylan Morrill back out of the mound for North Alabama. First pitch. Foul tipped into the glove of Delgado for strike 1. Mauricio Becerrano bats. He's 0 for 1 today. The 0-1 is on the line to Jonathan Lane. Fields on a hop. Steps, throws to first in time for out number 1. Quick first out for Dylan Morrill.
Captain kind of playing shallow right field again. Defensive alignment was lined up right there perfectly.
Seeing that with a lot of EKU lefties today. He'll play out kind of in shallow right field if there isn't a runner on. And now, Dylan Morrill has retired. 8 straight. Colby Ott bats. First pitch ball. He was the last person to reach against Dylan Morrill. He singled back in the 2nd. One-0 is hit on a line to Jenkins. Will field deep in the hole. Tough throw to first. It's in plenty of time for out number 2. Strong throw from Leighton Jenkins. And 2 down here in the 5th.
You know, Lovin came charging in, and I don't know if Jenkins called him off or if he just legitimately could not get there because of how hard it was hit. But Jenkins was really deep in the hole, and that took a perfect throw. And he got it out of that glove in a hurry. It was another nice play. All 3 infielders have made nice throws to first.
Kobe Benson bats. He grounded out to end the 2nd. First pitch to him. Ball up high. Morrill works out of the stretch the entire game. He'll come set at the belt. And the 1-0. Inside ball 2. Really first time we've seen Morrill really fall behind in a count today.
He's pounded the zone. He takes a little bit longer of a walk around right here.
The 2-0. Down at the knees. That'll be ball 3, and Benson has worked himself a 3-0 hitters count.
You know, I was looking back at his numbers from the other day, and didn't really walk or have trouble to the 6th, 7th innings of that one.
3-0 right down the middle for strike 1.
And I believe it was the 8th he came back out to work.
That 7 innings pitch, his longest of the year, longest in his North Alabama career. 3-1 now. Swung on a miss for strike 2, and after falling behind 3-0, he's worked it back in with 2 fastballs and worked the count full.
It's that poise he showed last week. Now go get him right here.
Here comes the payoff. Just misses down below the zone, and that'll be ball 4. First base runner and 9 batters for EKU, and they got a 2-out walk. See if Morrill can leave him there over at first. Jay Douglas, the center fielder, bats now.
All their hits have come with 2 outs, and that's a walk. So all their base runners have come with 2 outs. So we've done a nice job of limiting the 2-out damage. Let's try to do it again right here.
Douglas had that tough at bat his first time up. Hit one, kind of caught part of his wrist, but also hit the bat. They ruled it a foul ball. This is the first pitch of this at bat, misses high for ball 1. He wasn't necessarily happy about it. He ended up grounding back to Morrill to end that at bat. 1-0 now to him. The pitch, fastball at the knees for strike 1. Morrill in the purple jersey, the pinstripe pants. He wears all black sleeves today. 1-1. Just misses. Down low, and it'll take the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. He's the only Lion on the field with full sleeves. You got a couple of 1 sleeves, like Jonathan Lane and R.J. Sherwood, Riker Billingsley. Nash ripping in left. The 2-1 swung on a miss for strike 2. Now Morrill has worked back to another 2-2 count.
You know what today's perfect weather for? The short sleeve hoodie, the shoodie. People ask, when would you wear that? On a day like today.
Pickoff attempt at first. Benson back in with the slide.
You know, we wear the gear of teams that give us gear. I've got a nice short sleeve hoodie for men's basketball I like to wear. And on a day like today, you'd be sitting pretty.
I believe that's what Coach Nick Patton has on.
Yeah.
Because he coaching third base. The 2-2, up high, ball 3. We've got our second straight full count.
People knock the shoodie, but don't knock it till you try it. It's a game changer to me.
Went back and forth on it a couple weeks ago if I wanted to buy one or not. Here comes the payoff. Runner goes. This one lined into shallow center field. This will get down for a base hit. Wide turnaround second. They may have him caught off the bag. Lane unable to get there in time. Almost was able to catch Benson getting too far off of second base. Nonetheless, it's a 2-out single. Now the Colonels have 2 runners aboard here in the 5th.
That was so bang bang. Lane was kind of in front of behind the bag. Catching it facing center field, had to race to the bag. But Riker did a nice job of getting that in quickly.
Lane had kind of got out there as if he was a cutoff man to third in case Benson had made the wide turn to go to third. Just had to sprint back to the base. Lineup card flips over. Tate not only bats. He fouls that one right back into the netting. You could hear that one on our crowd mic.
So Nunley's reached in 27 straight right here.
0 for 2 today. See if he can extend that streak. Long look at second for Morrill, the 0-1. Upstairs, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nunnally 2 for 10 on the weekend. Does have a walk, but 4 strikeouts to his line so far this weekend. One misses high for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count, and that prompts Coach David Mervis out of the dugout for a conversation. Nobody in the North Alabama bullpen, so this will be just to move to settle Dylan Morrill down, kind of what you were saying last week as well. He got in some trouble, a couple of mound visits here and there. I was able to kind of work himself out of some jams.
He retired 9 straight prior to this. Then the 2-out walk. And remember that walk? He fell behind 3-0 before he worked it back full. So after back-to-back full counts, a walk and a single. Couple out of the zone. And Mervis will try to get him back on track.
So they'll have to sprint to close the right field gate as it blew open at some point. They'll sprint out to the corner to shut that. We're ready to play.
He's kind of stuck in right field now.
2-1, misses outside, and that's ball 3. And so Dylan Morrill in jeopardy of allowing his 3rd straight base runner to reach.
Nobody scurrying in the bullpen yet. Nobody out there at all.
3-1. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
So Nunley's now reached in 28 straight games. Nowhere to put Greg Caban, and right here, game could be tied up with this guy reaching here as the bases are loaded. UNA leads at 1-0.
Right on cue, there goes the bullpen.
There go the big guns. Oswald leading the charge. Morrill watches them go, and I hope he's thinking, we're not going to need you.
Greg Caban bats. He's 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to his line so far. First pitch to him. Just misses the outside corner, and that's ball 1. Not a bad miss from Morrill there, just outside. One of these ground outs from Caban was one of the web gems from Bryant Loving earlier back in the 2nd. The 1-0 is drilled into left field, but right at Nash Rippon, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. Dylan Morrill will leave the bases loaded, and North Alabama still leads 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th, next from Florence. We play on in the bottom half of the fifth. 9-1-2 due up for North Alabama. Leighton Jenkins, the senior, will lead things off. Lions honoring, I believe, 11 seniors today. I'll get that official number here real quick. Jenkins popped out his first time up, much as the first pitch strike at the knees.
11, I counted everyone on the graphic.
11 seniors, 4 of which in the starting lineup, 5 of which if you count Dylan Morrill in the starting lineup today. As Jenkins in a 1-1 count. The pitch downstairs. He will take a 2-1 count now. Excuse me, 1-2 count. Bounds, winds, and fires. Sawed off and out of play from Leighton Jenkins. Senior shortstop in his second season here at North Alabama. Quickly now, the 1-2 swung on a miss for strike 3. 1 down here in the line, fifth.
So we'll go back to the top of the order, third time through. And this is the group that's had some great ABs. They've done the damage. They'll try to set the tone again right here.
Jaden Sloan bats, the fire starter, as Braden Rogers deemed him last night. It's been a big spark plug for North Alabama.
So he said it's
since
exactly
he
what
in.
he's been.
He takes his first pitch of the day. That's a breaking ball for a strike. He has had 2 at-bats and only seen 2 pitches up to that point. Singled and advanced to second in the first. Ground out in the third. 0-1's another breaking ball in there for strike 2. And really, Berkeley Bounds, we've said it all year, Ben, but working fast as he's kind of gotten a groove here. The 0-2 upstairs for ball 1.
Post-game Friday night, I saw Jaden in the parking lot with some family and discussing his swing with someone.
1-2. Chopped.
Makes you think about senior day today. A lot of parents, family members up there throwing a lot of BP, played a lot of catch.
Do the 1-2 once more. This one hit into shallow center field. Center fielder Douglas going out. Will make the grab towards left center for out number 1. You can tell by the music, you know who's up. It's P.D. Kraska. He'll bat. He doubled and scored back in the third. This time, rips it into right field. Back at the track, and it's gone over the bullpen. P.D. Kraska knocks his 3rd homer of the year and puts North Alabama in front 2-0.
Petey's been seeing it. He's smiling big as he rounds third base. Hand slap with Nick Patton, who oversees hitting. And how about this? That's his 5th straight 2-hit ball game during the 7-game heater he's on. And that one was absolutely cranked over the bullpen.
The right fielder, Matthew Delgado, was right in front of me, and the right fielder was kind of right behind him, so I didn't see the right fielder. But the second Delgado moved, the right fielder not only was just watching that ball go over the wall.
Delgado was swinging for one there on his first pitch. That's no doubt the deepest to right field we've seen.
Absolutely. Quickly now, Bounds works the 0-1 downstairs for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Talk about being a spark plug. First person to greet P.D. Kraska in the dugout, Jaden Sloan. 1-1. Outside for ball 2.
That's what you love about a guy like Jaden Sloan. You want that in your clubhouse, in your lineup, in your dugout. Just radiates.
1-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2, and Delgado's behind at the count 1-2. 2-2, rather, excuse me. Here it comes. Grounded sharply to third. Ottfield's on a knee. Will stand back up and throw over to first to retire the side. But P.D. Kraska knocks his third homer of the year and extends the North Alabama lead. It's 2-0. We go to the 6th next. Jesus, son. Just a bit outside.
Dang, man, I know we weren't here last night, but
Good
golly.
grief. We welcome you back to Florence, and if you were happen to watching in that break, you got to see me and Ben get about taken out by a water bottle. As Ryan Adams fetched just a water bottle and hit the top of the tent, ricocheted down to Braden's streaming gear. Took out a key on his keyboard over here as well. That's some interesting happenings in between the break. 2-0 North Alabama on top. Dylan Morrill's first pitch to A.J. Grunenveld. It's downstairs for ball one.
Tell you what, everybody thanks us all the time for what we've done with these broadcasts, and trust me, we appreciate that. It means a lot. People are watching, and we do it because it's what we enjoy. But the two guys who've worked harder than anybody for UNA baseball after this pitch,
1-0, misses upstairs. It's 2-0 now.
Ryan Adams and Chase Glover.
Yep.
They've been along for this ride all year long, bouncing around venues, driving to wherever in Mississippi for a home series with 24 hours notice. They've done a great job, and they've been there from the start.
2-0 right down the middle for strike one. It's a 2-1 count now.
Ryan's coordinated all of our setup. We appreciate that. Chase, the SID, numbers, notes, articles. Great group.
It's a fun group, great group to work with each and every day, not just on game days. The 2-1, drilled out into left center. Left fielder Rippin goes out. He makes the grab for out number one.
Tell you what, Dylan Morrill's done a nice job. No leadoff man has reached yet. All of his troubles come with 2 outs. Not really trouble, the challenges he's faced. So far he's overcome all of those, and he's just having another strong showing. Bullpen guy turned weekend arm.
Silas Schaefer steps in. For Morrill, he's at 5 1/3 innings, scattered around only 3 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout so far. Long look home. First pitch to Schaefer. Swung on, hit to Loving. Fields on a backhand. Bare hands now, throws over to first, and great save by P.D. Kraska from keeping that from going into right field. See how they scored that one, but Silas Schaefer's aboard here with 1 down.
I don't normally do this. I think that'll be a base hit. That was a really hard play. Reaching back behind you, trying to knock it down. Still almost made a great throw over to first.
Had the whereabouts to hit it with a glove, then turn around and barehand it to even give him a shot at a close play over there. Dylan Rogers bats now. He's 0 for 2. Line out and the ground out so far.
And they did go single.
Got a pinch hitter now. Number 24, Jackson Ginther will bat. He tries to lay down a bunt. It'll roll foul.
We saw him the other night, I believe, as a pinch runner.
I believe you're right. Came in the 9th.
Does not have an official at-bat, so yes, he was a pinch runner.
He bats from the left side. He's behind the count 0-1.
I got something for you after this pitch, Grant.
Comes the 0-1, swung on a miss for strike 2, and Dylan Morrill's worked ahead.
The EKU jerseys. We'll call them gray.
Mm-hmm.
How about black for the EKU lettering and numbers?
Yeah.
Normally you see that would be scarlet. There's their official color.
The 0-2 just misses outside for ball 1. Really the second time this weekend we've seen kind of EKU with some sort of black uniform or whatever. They obviously wore black on Friday night. The scarlet last night in game 2. Here were the gray uniforms on Sunday. 1-2 to Ginther. Is popped high into shallow center field. Center fielder Billingsley will come nearly over into left center field and make the grab for out number 2. So despite the trouble, Dylan Morrill works right back in against the next hitter and records the second out of the inning. Mauricio Bezzerano bats now.
Got to correct myself. Bellerman's scarlet. They're maroon.
Maroon, there we go. First pitch to Bezzerano, strike on the inside corner.
Technically, they're both maroon. Bellerman just calls it
same
scarlet.
color.
Yeah.
My pins that they have, they don't make a maroon color. We were talking to Coach Pragniak about Ben's use of pins during games. We'll tell you more after this pitch. Fastball misses away. It's a 1-1 count now. Ben, you use a different pin every inning.
I have quite the pin collection. My handwriting is so bad. I've just learned over the years it's better for me to use a different color every inning. And then I can make out my chicken scratch, where if it's all one color, it all just runs together.
1-1 misses outside. It's a 2-1 count. I'm the opposite. I use just the regular black ink pen to score the game. But names and runs and the boxes colored in are all colored in by a pen correlating to the team colors. Of course, UNA being purple, the 2-1 upstairs for ball 3.
And I use a very fine point pen. It's 0.3, which is about the finest you can get. And I find that helps me keep my writing very neat. It's a Stadler pen. I buy a pack of these every year, and I use them for every sport. I do the same thing for football, basketball, soccer, volleyball. When you're blessed with bad handwriting like me, you got to make sure you can read notes in game.
3-1, fouled over our heads and out of play. We'll do a full count now.
Now, though, I've kind of taken to typing out most of our notes because it's just gotten really hard to read.
Right. The one issue though I have found is there's not a maroon color. Yeah. So you gotta try to find some sort of pen. It's not necessarily red. I kind of go with a hot pink color if you would. Payoff, runner goes. This one foul back and we'll do it again.
Look, we talk about that one got Delgado. We talk about coaches, players being creatures of habit. Broadcasters, we're creatures of habits too. I like my pens. I like my cough drops. I buy a different kind of paper for some of my boards that I print and everything. You do your lineup cards a different way than everybody else.
Yep.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying we all do.
Charts are different. Your notes are different. You even change it up, the notes this year as well for some of the baseball, softball. We'll do the payoff again. Kraska won't even hold the runner on at first. There he goes. And the payoff is lifted into left field. Over is Nash ripping at the wall, and that one's off the top of the turtle down there. The little batting cage they use for BP. I would say where the tarp would usually be on the old mic down in the left field corner, and when we got to walk out here the day they were laying the turf out here on the new stadium, saw that opening in the fence, and I said, is that where the tarp goes? And I had to stop myself and realize there won't need a tarp. So we're all, of course, on the all-turf surface. Runner goes again, the payoff, and we'll do it again. Gotta know Jackson Ginther is really wanting Bezzerano to put a ball in play here.
He's getting his sprints in out there.
Time called. The gate in right field blew open again.
They've been having a lot of trouble with that gate.
We'll see. Is it going to be RJ? Here comes manager Kaysen. He'll sprint out there, or somebody from the EKU bullpen go fix it. It'll be the EKU dugout that wins the race out there.
I think a lot of people were wondering why didn't RJ go get it. Well, if you're RJ, you got to sprint over there, close the gate, then sprint back over to your spot. Then whenever a fly ball's hit to right, you're trying to catch your breath.
Yeah. We'll do the payoff once more. It's been a long at-bat here between Morrill and Bezzerano. The 3-2. Pop foul, we'll do it again. This one's right over our heads. That one lands on the street. I saw that one.
You saw it?
Just over the little cinder block wall built off the side of the dugout here. Three-two. This one's drilled into right field. Sherwood going back at the track. He looks up, and it's into the bullpen. And we are tied at 2. Mauricio Bezzerano knocks his second homer of the year and ties this ball game at 2 here in the 6th.
I'll tell you what, that splashed down right in the middle where some EKU arms were sitting. I don't know if they saw it or not. Man, that long battle won. It's his second home run of the year.
First real hard contact we've seen against Morrill today. It's a brand new ball game. Colby Ott bats and watches the first pitch strike at the knees. Just the 5th hit allowed from Dylan Morrill so far. Gavin Oswald warming in the UNA bullpen. The 0-1. Outside and leaving the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And again, it comes with 2 outs.
Mm-hmm. So we've seen EKU do their damage today. Morrill looks to refocus, and we'll get out of the jam here in the 6th. 1-1. Down in the turf. We'll make it a 2-1 count. Be the, I believe, 4th long ball of the weekend for EKU. The 2-1. This one's also drilled past the dive of Jonathan Lane. That'll get down into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back 2-out hits. And the EKU offense showing some life in the 6th.
Lane laid out for it, really made that look a lot closer than it could have been with his hustle. Really got to get out right here.
Scobie Benson bats now, the second baseman. Ground out his first time up. Walked in the 5th, his last time up. First pitch to him's popped sky high and out of play. Down the third base side. We'll reload on baseballs. Your umpire crew today, Matthew Barrett behind home plate. Brandon Bennett down at third. Brian Hale patrolling first base. The 0-1 to Benson. Upstairs for ball 1. Delgado, a long look back at Ott over at first. Pickoff attempt. Excuse me. Ott back in with the slide. Morrill, another long look at first. He'll come set at the belt. The 1-1. Upstairs for ball 2. This Morrill, past the home run, is kind of labored here in the 6th. Already up now to 98 pitches on the day. So, you know, if you're Coach Brackniak, you love to see Morrill get out of the inning. Here, 2-1. Right down the middle for strike 2, and we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind picks up again, the 2-2. Grounded to Lane at second, will field, and throw to first for out number 3. But Mauricio Bejarano knocks a home run and ties this ball game at 2. We're 2-2. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. Lions looking to regain the lead next. Brand new ball game as we play here in the 6th. We're tied at 2. Nash Rippon will look to get things going for North Alabama. Be his 3rd time up. 0 for 2 so far. Ground out. 2 ground outs, that is. 1 to second, 1 to first. Berkeley Bounds back out there for EKU. First pitch to Rippon. Outside ball 1. The 1-0. Fouled away. Evens the count, 1-1. In Friday's game, North Alabama jumped out to the early lead in the 1st inning. EKU countered with 3 middle inning runs, the 1-1. Breaking ball, inside, catches the inside corner. Make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then North Alabama pulled away in the 6th. Never to look back. Last night, North Alabama took the leading game in the 1st inning. EKU countered the 1-2 downstairs. Makes it count 2-2. And last night's game, EKU countered right back into the 2nd to tie it, and then it was all North Alabama after that. 2-2 swung on a miss for strike 3. Nash Rippon's down on strike. 2nd strikeout of the day. 3rd strikeout of the day, rather, for Berkeley Bounds. Jonathan Lane bats now. He's 0 for 2. 2 ground outs to his line. First pitch to him. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. Lane sitting at 210 career hits. That's 5 off of 3rd place in the UNA all-time ranks. He watches a breaking ball down and away. Evens the count 1-1.
He's got a chance to catch the home run king, Kyle Hubbock.
1-1. Inside for ball 2. That one almost caught a piece of lane. He's already, as we've mentioned, the all-time hit leader at the Division I level. Trying to move up in the all-time UNA ranks. 2-1, breaking ball. Catches the outside portion of the zone. Evens the count 2-2. 2-2, fouled away and out of play. Everybody kind of lost that one off the bat. Kind of got out of here in a hurry. The 2-2. Outside ball 3. Jonathan Lane has worked himself a full count. The payoff, ball 4 misses down low. And Jonathan Lane's aboard with a 1-out walk.
Start the rally. Doesn't have to be a hit from the hit leader. Just get on.
R.J. Sherwood steps in. Oh for 2 today, fly out and a strikeout so far. Long look at first from Bounce. And the pitch. It's big swing and miss from R.J. Sherwood. He tried to give North Alabama the lead with that swing. Runner goes. Ball inside and low. Throw down to second, not in time. Jonathan Lane's in there with a stolen base. His 16th of the year.
Creates that, drawing the walk, worked hard in the box. Moves into scoring position, and North Alabama's in a good spot here to reclaim the advantage.
With the runner in scoring position. Lions 1 for 5 so far on the day with runners in scoring position. The 1-1 to RJ. It swung on, hit into left field. This could be trouble, but it rolls foul.
The way Dylan Rogers was running, he never really gave it a 100% sprint, which made me think it might come off the wall. But it gets in our blind spot and ends up foul.
RJ's 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position on the weekend. He's behind the count 1-2. Pitch upstairs, leaving the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions as a whole this weekend 8 for 25 with runners in scoring position. The 2-2. Fouled. This one catches a piece of the catcher Caban. We'll do the 2-2 once more.
Even with that padding, that still hurts.
Caught him right on the inside part of the shin guard of his left leg. The 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3. Back-to-back 3-ball counts, and R.J. Sherwood's worked himself a full 3-ball, 2-strike count. Got a lefty up warming in the EKU bullpen as well. The payoff from Bounce to Sherwood. Here it comes. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Great job by Sherwood to get a piece of that one. Runner goes, a 3-2 is line. Oh my goodness, almost took out Nick Patton in the third base coach's box.
You know, we joke about Nick standing there as still as a statue. Has a laugh with everyone after that one.
He had to get out of the way of that one. We'll do the 3-2 once more. Probably the two tallest guys on the UNA dugout, both at bat and in the third base coach's box. Ball 4 to RJ. Back-to-back walks, and the Lions have 2 runners on here in the 6th.
You know, North Alabama's had a lot of back-end production, and now the game tied up. You got some guys who've been doing it the last couple of weekends. Let's get the lead back.
Bryant Loving, he's 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles to his line. On the weekend, 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. With runners on, he's batting 1 for 2 as well. First pitch to him, and the dirt ball 1. He'll hit the bat off his inside of his left cleat, then his right cleat, and then he steps back in the box.
No dirt to knock off, but just creatures of habit.
Bounds was already ready to go. He comes set. Now Loving squares to bunt. Ball was high. I tried to look there, kind of a late show. Colonels do not have anybody charging, so it'll be interesting to see if this is back on again for Bryant Loving. Third baseman to play even with the bag. First baseman, Grunewald, also even with the bag. And the pitching coach out for EKU.
Most trouble Bounds has had since 2 were on back in the 2nd and 3rd innings. He's really settled in aside from Petey Kraska's bomb. But even when 2 reached in the 3rd, they were able to roll it up for 2. But after seeing Loving show the bunt and pull back, probably wants to make sure everybody knows what to do in this situation. Jab Pragniat chatting with his guys as well.
Well, situational talk for both sides, and we're ready to go again. Lane will jog back to second. First base coach Chris Blakey and RJ Sherwood's jog back to first. And Bryant Loving getting ready to step back in the batter's box. Loving waits. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Back pick to second. Lane in with a slide.
Dangerous throw.
Kind of was a blindside spin. And that throw almost squirted into center field. Grunewald, the first baseman, will now play in front of RJ Sherwood, expecting the bunt from Loving. Long look at second. The 2-0 is swung on, hit into left field. Going back to left fielder Rogers. He's near the foul line, and he will make the grab. No tag from Jonathan Lane. And a deep fly out from Bryant Loving, but unable to advance the runners. Loving put a good swing on it. But Rogers was able to range all the way back in the corner to make the grab. Riker Billingsley steps up now. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the 2nd, fly out in the 4th.
He's got 10 hits against the Colonels this year.
He can come up with another one. First pitch to him, breaking ball in there for strike 1. Riker, 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position on the weekend. The 0-1 fouled away, and Bounds has worked quickly ahead 0-2 here. On look at second, the 0-2. Upstairs, ball one. Lane really causing Bounds to take a little extra time when he throws. He turns to second, will give a couple of long looks before he returns home. Now the catcher, Caban, will jog out, have a conversation. Quick work at the conversation. Caban will jog back. Second mound visit charge to EKU. Jonathan Lane on second, RJ Sherwood on first. Riker Billingsley at the plate, and he swings and misses. 4 strike 3. Couple of one-out walks do not come around to score for North Alabama, and we are tied at 2. We go to the 7th here from Florence. We welcome you back. Top half of the 7th. We're tied at 2 here in Florence between the Eastern Kentucky Colonels and the North Alabama Lions. Game 3 of the weekend set. Day is done for the Lions starter, Dylan Morrill. And Gavin Oswald enters. He will make his team-leading 19th appearance of the season. A 1-1 record, a 2.74 ERA. 23 innings pitched, 18 hits, 25 strikeouts, 16 walks. He did work, of course, on Friday night. Worked 1/3 of an inning, got the strikeout and the save on Friday night. Grant Wakefield, Braden Rogers here with you, and to take us home for the final time this season, here's the voice of the Lions, Benjamin Ray.
Final time here at the mic. Senior Day, North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky knotted up at 2. We open up the 7th with a 9-hole hitter, Jay Douglas, leading off. He's 1 for 2, a single back in the 5th. And Gavin Oswald is out for the 2nd time this weekend. The big lefty, first pitch, upstairs, ball 1. So the lefty will enter to a lefty-heavy lineup so far. We'll see how many swap around to the other side. His second pitch, again upstairs. He's behind 2-0. Talk about the great warm-up songs for players on this roster. He warms up to Freebird. And fans of Freebird know once you get a little taste of Freebird, you want the whole thing. At 2-0, he gets the intro as that one's down low after missing high. And he's down 3-0 to the first batter he faces. Needed 5 pitches to record his strikeout the other night. And getting the save. Leads this North Alabama team now with 4 saves on the season. Cloudy, overcast Sunday finale. North Alabama's looking for the sweep. 3-0 he takes. That's a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lions have already punched their ticket to the Atlantic Sun Championships down in DeLand, Florida in 2 weeks. Tell you what, Grant, I hope it's not about to rain as the winds really pick up.
You both.
3-1 delivery. Here we go. We got a full count. Nice battle back from Oswald. Comes set, the payoff. On the ground, third base side, backhanded stop by Loving. Quick throw over to first. It's clean. And Bryant Loving with a strong throw to retire the hustling Jay Douglas for out number 1. Here's North Alabama has retired all 7 leadoff men today.
Great job from Oswald to battle back after going down 3-0, locating 3 straight pitches after that. And another strong throw from Loving over at third to record the first out.
So Tate Nunnally, he's the only pitcher or only hitter to have seen Oswald this weekend. He was the strikeout victim to end the Friday night Game 1 win for UNA. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's reached safely in 28 straight as that ball bounces in the turf for ball 1. Final line for Dylan Morrill, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Gave up 2 extra base hits. He threw 100 pitches, 66% of those were strikes. This ball hammered out towards right. R.J. Sherwood, long run in, holds the right hand out. Tells Riker, I got it for out number 2. And after 3 straight balls to open, Oswald's come back and got 2 quick outs.
Settled in nicely. That time got Nunnally to kind of reach for it, hit it off the end. And it held up long enough for RJ to make the long run over to make the grab.
I wonder if this will be the only inning of work for Oswald. I don't feel like he's had a lot of multi-innings outings this year. Greg Caban steps in, low and away, ball 1 to the lefty.
We expect him to kind of get through this lefty run at the top of the order, and once we kind of flip over to some righties, maybe a righty will come in for UNA. Got a couple up throwing some football around. Nobody tossing off the mound yet.
Another one low and away, 2-0. Feels like long ago the football toss was the top secret warm-up for pitchers. Now it's turned into something everybody does. (2-0) from Oswald. Again outside. He's behind 3-0 for the second time this inning. 2 outs, top of the 7th. We're tied up at 2. (3-0) try, battles back with the strike. He'll try to do it again.
Of course, the damage being done by EKU with 2 outs in innings. See if Oswald can avoid that.
3-1 breaking ball just a bit upstairs. And a 2-out walk. You go back to the first, 2-out single. In the second, a 2-out single. In the third, a clean sheet. Fourth, a clean sheet. Then in the fifth, you had back-to-back, really 2 walks and a single with 2 outs. Lions were able to strand the bases loaded. In the sixth, you had the 2-run homer with 2 outs, followed by another single. And here's a walk with 2 outs. And A.J. Grunewald steps back in. Swings to the first pitch, fouls it back. He's 1 for 3. So whereas North Alabama's retired all 6 leadoff men, 7 now, with 2 outs, Colonels go 5 for 11 with 3 walks. Another pitch comm issues. Oswald will have to swap out. On the ground towards second. Lane charges in from shallow right, throws on the run. Kraska's on the receiving end for the third and final out. Nice entrance from Gavin Oswald. heads back to the dugout, keeping the game tied up here in the 7th. We'll stretch it out. The Lion Bats look to get going once again when we return. Tied up at 2 with Eastern Kentucky. We're stretched out and ready to grab the lead. The 9-hole hitter, Leighton Jenkins, leads off. He's 0 for 2. North Alabama and Eastern Kentucky tied up at 2. Final home series of the year for North Alabama. After this, just 4 games remain. Berkeley Bounds still in for the Colonels. First pitch to Leighton Jenkins, fouled up at the third base line. Six hits, 2 runs for the Colonels, 7 hits, 2 runs for the Lions. This one's been pretty even. The 0-1 again. Chopped foul, third base sign. First start of the year for Mr. Bounds. Gave up a single run in the 3rd, 1 run back in the 5th. He's worked 6 innings. 7 hits, 2 runs, now 5 strikeouts as he gets Jenkins to open up the 7th. North Alabama's put the leadoff man on twice, won't do it here in the 7th. But we go back to the top of the order for Jaden Sloan, who's 1 for 3. Singled on the first pitch in the 1st, grounded out first pitch in the 3rd, saw a couple of pitches before flying out to center back in the 5th. His first pitch of the 7th, he takes inside ball 1.
It has been the part of the order that's done the damage for North Alabama today. See if we can do that and take the lead.
Bounds over 100 pitches now, 1-1 after that one is swung on. Sloan awaits the 1-1, puts it on the ground towards short. Fielded by Bescherano. His throw over to first in time, and there's 2 quick outs for the Colonels in the home 7th. The red-hot Petey Kraska digs in. 7-game hit streak, 5 straight 2-hit games. He just hit a blast to right field. He'll dig in. He doubled in the 3rd, homered in the 5th, 2 for 3 overall. Time called, and looks like the Colonels will not let Bounds see Kraska again. They'll make the call to the pen. Bullpen gate swings open, and we'll have a new pitcher when we return to Florence. 2 outs, home portion of the 7th. We're tied up at 2. Petey Kraska will greet the new Colonel arm when we come back. Gavin Faulkner, the new arm for the Colonels. Grant Wakefield introduced us to Mr. Faulkner, who enters with 2 outs in the 7th, part of a 2-2 ball game.
Yeah, he's making his 18th appearance on the season, a 6.75 ERA. He's worked 12 innings of work so far. 16 hits, 10 runs, 9 of which were earned. 13 strikeouts to only 12 walks. Opponents hitting .327 against him. His last outing came in came in the midweek against Miami of Ohio. Worked 2/3 of an inning, allowed a hit and a strikeout, but did not allow a run.
So we get a lefty-lefty matchup here. Petey Kraska steps in. 2 outs here in the 7th. First line to greet Faulkner. First pitch bounces several feet in front of the plate. I think as Caban stood up to block it, it caught him in the chest.
He caught a piece of home plate umpire Matthew Baird as well.
So ball 1. Faulkner a little wild out of the gate. Hangs that left arm down low. Comes set for the 1-0. Kraska takes inside. He's got a 2-0 advantage. Lions have had a lot of 2-out production, 4 hits, a couple of walks as well.
Would assume Petey Kraska is not really going to get a pitch to hit after what he did the last time up.
And he fouls that one back out of play. Both of North Alabama's runs coming with 2 outs on the board. Well, I guess one of the two, the other was a double play that drove in a run.
Lions 4 for 9 in 2-out situations today.
2-1 again, bounces well in front of the plate, and it's a 3-1 count now. Try. Kraska draws ball 4. Reaches for the 3rd straight time to go with his double and home run. And so Matthew Delgado follows. He's 1 for 3. Dugout clapping coming to life. Lions would like to break up this 2-2 tie with 2 outs in the 7th. Kraska at first. So Faulkner was wild to the lefty. Let's see how he does to the righty. And again, that one's in the turf. Ball 1. Again low. 2-0 count.
I'm Delgado. I'll be very patient here. Only 1 strike. And the 2 batters that Faulkner has faced.
3 straight out of the zone to Delgado. Delgado wanted it. Skies it high, foul, first base side. Grunewald gives it a long look. That's down on Stewart Avenue. We'll do the 3-1 again. Chopped back foul, back towards the home dugout. And now we've got it loaded up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Faulkner's battled back. Delgado's seen some pitches he likes. Faulkner staring down at the turf. Finally comes set on the mound. Checks the runner at first. The payoff. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Faulkner since entering. Lions put 2 aboard, and it's Nash Rippon up.
Nash Rippon, he's come up clutch for North Alabama in moments. Be a lefty on lefty matchup, but still I'm a little weary. I'm going to make sure I get a pitch to hit if I'm Nash Rippon here.
First pitch on the way to Rippon. Ooh, it hit him on the elbow. Kind of caught him on the knee of the elbow there, front elbow, somehow. So back-to-back walks and a hit batter. And the captain, Jonathan Lane, digs in. Lane with a chance on his senior day. Final game here at Florence. You know, out of all the Lions, he probably played the most game at the old Mike.
Yep.
And looks like we'll get a pitching change here. Gavin Faulkner enters, walks 2, hits a batter, 3 free passes. And the Colonels make their second pitching change of the inning. We'll make the change when we come back. Put your rally caps on. Here come the Lions when we return. Bases loaded, new pitcher for Eastern Kentucky. Jonathan Lane will face Hayden Collins. Grant, introduce us to Mr. Collins.
Making his 15th appearance on the year, a 1-1 record, a 4.88 ERA, 24 innings pitched, 25 hits, 13 runs, all of which were earned, 12 strikeouts to 13 walks.
Here we go, big spot for Jonathan Lane, 210 hits. The righty delivers, the righty swings, lifted in the air towards right center. It's the right fielder Nunnally camping out underneath it. And Collins does his job, comes in, uses one pitch, and North Alabama leaves. The bases loaded. Well, the game remains tied. We jump into the 8th inning. Eastern Kentucky, North Alabama deadlocked, 2 runs apiece. We'll be back for the 8th after this. Gavin Oswald's back out for the 8th inning. He entered in the 7th, issued a walk with 2 outs. Other than that, had no real complaints in the 7th. He'll go through the heart of the order here. Silas Schaefer leads off for Eastern Kentucky. He singled back in the 6th. We're tied up at 2 runs apiece. We open up the 8th inning. Game 3 of this 3-game set. North Alabama won the first 2 games. First pitch from Oswald, low and inside, ball 1. Game 1, North Alabama led 3-0 in the first, never looked back. Lions struck first in game 2, and then we were tied up in the second briefly. Lions reclaimed the lead in the third. There's a strike to even the count up 1-1. Lions have not trailed today, but we've been tied twice, really once. This ball hopped towards third. Jenkins plays it on the hop, low scoop. Throw over to first, retires Schaefer, and again, North Alabama's retired all 8 leadoff men this afternoon.
Both Morrill and Oswald doing a very good job attacking those first hitters. See if Oswald can complete his first clean sheet of the day.
It was a great play from Jenkins. Played it right on the hop. And Jackson Ginther digs in. He flew out to center, his only plate appearance. Tips it back into the mid of Delgado for strike 1. Oswald's second pitch, a little bit outside. We've got a 1-1 count. Lions would really like to get this one, take some momentum to Conway next weekend. 1-1 try. Hopper towards the left side again. Backhanded grab by Jenkins. Tough throw on the run. And not in time, as Ginther was flying up the line, but that was a spectacular play from Leighton Jenkins. But goes down as a single for Ginther.
Yeah, great hustle from Leighton Jenkins. Bryant Loving also hustling for it. He dove for it and then kind of was in no man's land, and Jenkins off a backhand. Still had a strong enough throw, but just not in time.
Here's the hero of the day for the Colonels. The shortstop. Throw over to first. Mauricio Bescherano. He had his second homer back in the 6th. That tied the game off North Alabama. Starter Dylan Morrill. Oswald comes home for the first time. Outside to the righty, ball 1. Hopper towards the right side, that beats the shift, rolls into right field. Sprinting first to third goes Ginther. Strong throw from R.J. Sherwood, but he slides in safely. Back-to-back singles, and the Colonels put runners on the corners. Here in the 8th with 1 out.
That time, Besserano hit it right where nobody was at. Lane was obviously shaded to the middle to cover the double play. It's going to be a tough play for him to get there. And like you said, strong throw from Sherwood made it a lot closer at third than I originally thought it would be.
Jack Pregniak out, and this could be the end of the line for Gavin Oswald. Trouble brewing here. 1 out. Lions ground ball double play away from getting out of the jam. You don't always know if Coach Pregniak's going to make a change when he goes out there.
Also can be here a situational, what do you do? The go-ahead run stands on third, so kind of would expect EKU to kind of put Besserano in motion over at first to maybe create something to get that run home. So this is probably also a situational talk of what to do if that were to happen.
always think about these meetings, and I think about the outfielders. They have to feel so left out. So Pragniak breaks. Oswald stays in. He'll face Colby Ott right here, who's singled back in the 6th. Also singled in the 2nd, so he's got a 2-hit day. He's 2 for 3.
Offensive timeout now for EKU. They'll try to counter. I feel like this is kind of like in basketball, those late game situations. You break the huddle, one team comes out, you immediately call it, the other team calls the timeout to fix the defense.
And I think back to Friday night, for most of their run production, it felt like they went small and kept it in the infield. Now Coach Pragniak out again. He wants to chat with our home plate umpire, Matthew Barrett. He's going to make a long walk over. He gets a thumbs up as he heads back. Got an answer to his question.
Presume checking mound visit to make sure he was good. His team was good in that regard.
It's a big battle right here. Oswald versus Ott. 1 out, tie ball game. Colonels 0 for 1 today with runners in scoring position. We'd like to keep them that way. Oswald ready against Ott. First pitch swung on, lined into left field for a base hit, and EKU grabs their first lead of the ball game. 3-hit outing for Colby Ott makes it 3-2 Colonels after 3 straight singles here in this 8th inning. Bescherano goes over to second, so there's still a runner in scoring position. Still 1 out, runners at first and second. We get the 8-hole hitter, Kobe Benson. Benson has walked. He's 0 for 2 to go with that. First pitch from Oswald, ball 1. Another pitch misses. Make it 2-0. Hit in the air, drops down in right field for a base hit. RJ Sherwood gets it in a hurry. Kraska cuts it off. Everyone goes station to station, make it 4 straight singles from the Colonels. And it's loaded up again.
There's a couple of, really all of these have been seeing eye singles for EKU. Just finding some green turf out there. This will be the end of the line for Oswald.
Jay Douglas, the scheduled hitter. Oswald got that first out, then 4 straight singles. And North Alabama heads to the bullpen. Tough spot for whoever's coming out of that door. Lions trail for the first time really this weekend. 3-2 score here in the 8th. We'll get the pitching change after this. Justin Battle takes the call out of the bullpen. And Grant, if you need an arm to come out of the bullpen, this is probably who you want, a big strikeout situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in with his 7th overall appearance, has not recorded a win, loss, or save so far. Actually, excuse me, does have 1 save to his line. 9.0 ERA, 7 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks on the year.
Bunt attempt dropped bound by Jay Douglas. And no shocker there, the Colonels have shown small ball. They lead it 3-2. Battle faces the 9-hole hitter. He's got some strikeouts in that arm, some strikeout stuff. He's got a strike advantage now. Battle fires one out of the zone. We've got a 1-1 count. After getting an out, Gavin Oswald gave up 4 straight singles. Colonels grabbed the lead. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. Kreska and Loving play in on the turf. 1-1 try. Big swing. Big miss. Battle's in great spot here ahead 1-2.
Douglas there was behind that one. Battle blew it right by him.
Battle leg kick, fires the 1-2 upstairs. Evens the count up 2-2. Two freezes him up. Called strike 3 for out number 2. Battle gets a loud round of applause from the church parking lot up there on the perch. Nods his head in approval. 2 outs, bases loaded. And you get Tate Nunnally. He has walked today. He's 0 for 3 in addition to that. Nunnally will try to extend this Colonel's lead. Battle, first pitch. Called strike 1. Taylor, there's a Justin Battle fan club up there. With every pitch he throws, you can hear a loud round of applause. Is 0-1. Hit in the air towards right. Sherwood on the run. Deep at the warning track, curving towards the wall, and found ground. He jumps up and he snags it. R.J. Sherwood covers some range out there. Justin Battle shakes his head as he walks off. Handshakes from everyone. But the Lions have some work to do. We head to the home 8th. North Alabama trails for the first time 3-2. Let's do this. R.J. Sherwood leads things off. How about a bomb? Tie it up right here. Lions have not had to bat in the bottom of the ninth. Don't see any reason to today. Down 3-2 in the eighth. Lions will try to do it right here. First pitch of the home eighth. R.J. Sherwood takes for a called strike. Hayden Collins remains the pitcher. He entered with the bases loaded in the seventh. Got the only out he needed. His 0-1 to Sherwood as he peers over the glove, fires it in there. Sherwood takes. That one's a ball low. 1-1. One try. RJ smashes it foul. Out of play on the first base side. Back towards Mitchell Hollingsworth. Tell you what, it keeps getting darker out.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps getting breezier. 1-2 try at the toes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. RJ walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The 2-2, line towards third, diving catch by Ott. On his knees, he snags it to retire the leadoff man. And it's Brian Loving's turn. He's 2 for 3. Singles in the second and fourth. Popped up back in the sixth. He swings at the first pitch towards center, drops it down in the gap, cut off by the center fielder Douglas. And Brian Loving has his third hit of the afternoon. And here come the Lions in the eighth with the tying run aboard.
Good job by Brian Loving there, taking the pitch the other way, and hopefully that's the start of something here for North Alabama.
So Riker Billingsley will try to keep the line moving. 1 for 3. Singled back in the second. Pop up to center and a strikeout in his previous 2 ABs. Righty-lefty matchup. Loving takes his lead. First pitch. Billingsley takes off the plate. Ball 1.
Good take from Billingsley there. That one didn't miss by much. Able to lay off. And what you want to do if you're UNA here, see as many pitches as you can, get you a good pitch to drive.
Second pitch, again down low, and he's got a 2-0 advantage. Lions have 8 hits, but have gone just 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They're over to first. Head first dive, Loving safe. Same story. Loving back safely again. Wonder if Loving's thinking of taking second right here. Takes his lead. Pitch outside to the lefty Billingsley again. He's watched 3 straight out of the zone. See if the lefty's keeping the bat on the shoulders right here. 3-0, there's the called strike.
Still Billingsley, be patient here at the plate. Still ahead in the count. If you can get a pitch to hit, drive it. If not, that'll be ball 4.
3-1, he takes low and inside for ball 4. So the tying run stands at second. The go-ahead run at first. And it's Leighton Jenkins with a turn. Go back to that Austin Peay series. What was that, 3 weekends ago? Is Leighton Jenkins a big hero? The wall coming to life out there. It's the first time I've really heard them. Jenkins today 0 for 3. He's due. Loving at second, Billingsley at first. First pitch to Jenkins inside, ball 1. Lions scored first in the third. Made it 2-0 thanks to Petey's solo shot in the 5th. Colonels tied it up in the 6th, grabbed the lead in the top half of the 8th. Now the Lions look for the answer, trailing for the first time this weekend. Jenkins takes a big swing. Counts evened up 1-1. You know, Friday night we were tied 3-3 and the Lions immediately got the lead back.
Off the bat of Leighton Jenkins.
He takes in at the knees. And line hitters stay alive again. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 try. Jenkins shows bunt. Fouls it back to even the count up 2-2. Nobody was expecting that. Lions have tried that drag try a couple times now.
You had the third baseman playing back, so it could be a good situation because the third baseman will have to stay and cover third base, but obviously with 2 strikes here, I would expect it to be off.
We try the 2-2. Jenkins, fly ball to right. This is shallow. Nunnally camps out underneath it. Too shallow for a tag try. He goes to second on the throw-in. And there's 2 away as we flip it to the top of the order. So the fire starter, Jaden Sloan, will try to get things started with 2 outs. North Alabama's been very effective with 2 outs, and you got the dudes up to do it right here. Sloan has made contact all 4 times. He's 1 for 4 overall. Single back in the first. Pair of ground outs, sandwiching a fly out. He takes inside, ball 1.
2 outs. So runners will go on contact. The ball base hit could probably score Bryant Loving from second here.
Second pitch, waved at, strike 1. One slapped foul, first base side. And Jaden Sloan falls behind 1-2. And he has shown a great approach. 2 strikes all season long. Two outs, the 1-2. Sloan again launches it foul, back off the netting. One, 2, low and away. Evens things up, 2-2. Tying run at second. Big spot here for the newcomer, Jaden Sloan. Missed a large portion of the season with an injury. Now he's back in with a big AB. 2-2, hammered in the air towards left. Camped out underneath it is Dylan Rogers. Takes 2 steps in and he snags it for the third and final out. Lions put 2 men on, nothing else comes across, and we move to the 9th. Lions will try to make quick work of the Colonels and have another shot. Eastern Kentucky 3, North Alabama 2. Back after this. Justin Battle out for the ninth. He'll try to make quick work of the Colonels, give the Bats a chance to get going. He's got the 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters scheduled. Greg Caban leads off. Colonels loaded him up in the 8th with 1 out. 4 straight singles. Grabbed a 3-2 lead. Battle came in, got a strikeout and a fly out to leave him loaded. Caban has walked. He's hitless today. First pitch, low in the zone, but a called strike for Battle. Battle hurls it in there. That one misses, and we got an even 1-1 count. Jonathan Lane in shallow right field at second. It's pretty much where he's played all day.
Especially against these lefties.
1-1 again, a little low. Battle falls behind 1-2. Cloudy, overcast Sunday. North Alabama's trying to rally to get the sweep. 2-1 try on the ground, off the mound. That finds its way into center field. That's the first time today the Colonels have put the leadoff man on.
Comebacker right at Justin Battle. They're a tough break for him, but flip over and try to go get this next guy.
A.J. Grinevald. Single back in the first. He's 1 for 4 on the afternoon. First pitch, swinging, pops it up high, first base side. Kraska and Lane give it a long look. Lane in foul ground, squeezes the mitt. There's out number 1. And Silas Schaefer follows. 1 for 4 as well. Steps into the right-handed batter's box. His first time seeing Justin Battle. Fastball low, ball 1. Second pitch of the AB. That one's up a little bit higher to even the count up 1-1. Schaefer peers back, seeing how long he has to step in. Battle. Low throw over to first. Good placement. Always good for one of those a game. Sitting in the gravel pit. Someone says hello back behind us. 1-1, tipped back towards us. And Battle grabs a 1-2 advantage. This one spoiled foul. Slices into the pine trees. We'll reset. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Chopped left side of the infield. Lovin goes to second for 1. Lane, the quick turn. It's a little high, but Kraska the snag. And how about a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Shutdown effort from Justin Battle. gets the final outs that he needs, and here we go. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Lions look to rally, trailing 3-2. Here we go. North Alabama looks for a little senior day send-off. Lions trail it here in the bottom of the ninth, 3-2 to Eastern Kentucky. North Alabama's already won the series. And the Lions want to get the sweep. The Lions won the series last night, punched their ticket to the A-Sun dance. Petey Kraska leads off against Hayden Collins. His first pitch, downstairs, ball one. Kraska has doubled, Kraska has homered, and he has walked. He's 2 for 3 today. He's heating up here at the end of this season. He waits a 1-0, swings, lines it towards second, but it's snagged by the second baseman, Benson, who robs Kraska of a 3-hit afternoon.
Nothing much you can do if you're Petey right there. Squared that one up. Just hit it right to the second baseman, Benson. That's the game of baseball for you.
And there's Matthew Delgado. He walked his last time, 1 for 3. Pitch taken for called strike one. Second pitch away. Ball two. So starter Berkeley Bounds is in line for the win. Collins trying to get the save here. Two-0. There's the strike. Make it 1-2 rather. He stares at one to even back up 2-2. One out, Lions trail 3-2. Collins peers over his red mitt, fires the 2-2, gets past everybody to load the count up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's very similar to what Delgado did with his walk back in the 7th. The payoff. Delgado sends it back foul. So here we go, big full count pitch here. Collins glances over the glove, begins his windup, payoff. Delgado lifts it high, right field side and shallow. Nunnally walking, dancing, he's got it for the second out. Well, the Lions have scored a lot of two-out runs this year. Try to do it here. Nash Rippon digs in. He drove in a run to end the third on a double play ground out. The lefty digs in. He's North Alabama's last chance. First pitch tipped back into the mitt, strike one. Pitch outside. Rippon takes a deep breath. Steps into a 1-1 count. Collins gets his pitch, the 1-1, swung on and missed. And the Lions down to the final strike here. 2 outs, trailing 3-2. Rippon awaits a 1-2. Stares at it. Pulled by Caban, but it's a called ball. Counts evened up 2-2.
Rippon just needs to continue this battle, get to the next guy in the lineup, extend this ball game.
2-2 try, stares at another same spot. Back-to-back full counts for Lion hitters.
Go win, Nash, go win.
Here comes the payoff try. Rippon works back to draw the walk. So the Lions put the tying run at first with 2 outs, and the captain, Jonathan Lane, steps in. Lane is a walk today. He's 0 for 3 overall. 210 career hits. 211 could keep this rally going. Here's Ethan Walker enters to run for Nash Rippon. It was a great at-bat by Nash Rippon. High fives all the way around.
Did what he needed to do, got down 0-2, or 1-2 rather, and worked that all the way back to a walk. And now, like you said, the captain up. See what the Lions can do with it.
Jonathan Lane has walked today. 210 career hits. Timeout call by Eastern Kentucky now. Or did Ethan Walker ask for it out at first?
I think Ethan Walker did. I think he was trying to get his wristband and arm guard on at the same time.
Lot to strap on there. So here we go. And now late timeout by Eastern Kentucky. Lane was the first Lion to greet Hayden Collins. Flew out back to end the 7th. So second time around. Colonels talking strategy. They do have some arms up and working in the bullpen. RJ Sherwood waits on deck.
Yeah, Walker over at first for UNA, got a lot of speed. So same thing here with Jonathan Lane. Get you a good AB, keep the line moving. Don't need to try to tie it or win it with one swing, just needs to do his job, and the captain's done so much for UNA over the years.
Throw over to first. Walker slides back in safely. Another throw back. Walker's again back safe. Could the Lions be thinking about getting that tying run to second? The stolen bag try. Walker takes his lead. Pitch home. Lane takes away. Kuban gives Walker a look afterwards. And after the walk to Rippon, there's ball 1 to Lane. Lane a big hack at the second pitch, and we've got an even 1-1 count. Lane's school record for most at-bats in a career. One final AB here at the mic. Another throw to first. That was a good one. Walker, though, is back safe. Lane drives this one towards left, and it's snagged by Rogers for the third and final out. So the Colonels rally. 2-run bomb in the 6th to tie things up. They get the go-ahead run in the 8th, and they don't look back. North Alabama drops the final game this season at Mike D. Lane Field by a final score of 3-2. Hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We're still going to chat with Jad Pratniak. We're also going to carry you Senior Day festivities here on this live stream so that you can watch that as well. So we'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Jad Pratniak, wrap up this weekend, and then we'll move on to Senior Day. North Alabama drops game 3, 3-2. We'll be back for the fun after this. Back here at Mike D. Lane Field at Bank Independent Stadium. One final time with North Alabama head coach Jad Prachniak. And, Coach, we dropped this one 3-2. Already won the series. Tough way for a good weekend to come to a close. But let's start with this. Last night, a win in the rain. Punch your ticket to the ASUN tournament. First time at the Division I level. That's got to be a good feeling for this team.
Yeah, really good feeling. It was an exciting night, and it's something that we've had our eye on, and it was good to go out and accomplish it. It was a big night for us.
We've been talking about it a while. What would it feel like to clinch, and for this team, playing in the rain last night. It's pouring in the new park, playing late. What was that like for them when they kind of realized, hey, we're in?
I think it was even a fitting. Things have not been easy in general, so I think it was even a fitting between the weather and the time of day that we wrapped up. Just over the last couple of years, we've been dealing with a lot of those things, and I think it was a fitting way for us to punch our ticket that night, and it took us into early Sunday morning. But yeah, it was an exciting night, and there was a good energy to it. And I know our guys are ready to go. They were excited to play last night, and the weather definitely did not. It didn't affect their energy last night, that's for sure.
Close game here today. We struck first. Dylan Morrill, it was pretty good again. Weekend start. Just your takeaways from this one today.
Yeah, he did a good job, and you give them credit. Their kid had a really good at bat, getting rid of some pitches, and then hit the 2-run homer and just tied things up. And that's how baseball goes sometimes. Sometimes the other team is allowed to do something, and they get their swing off, and that's how it goes.
And Coach, P.D. Kraska had a good weekend for you guys. Just kind of talk about the impact he's had all year long for the team.
PD's presence in the box, we feed off it. I mean, it's high-level stuff, and he hits the ball hard. He has good discipline at the plate. He can show up on bases in a lot of ways, and he's been very consistent for us. And for being his redshirt freshman year, it's a really impressive, basically a really impressive hit tool that he has.
All right, Coach, final time this year at the mic. For the first time ever, as we shift our focus to the final week, you're not really thinking about off-season plans. You're thinking about postseason plans, and how good is that heading into this final week?
It's really an exciting time, and that's even the message there. I wanted to have wrap things up with a win here and finish up with a sweep, but it's a quick reminder to the team, we have bigger things in front of us. And I think that's part of the fun, too, is just we can kind of tee it up, and we have an exciting week to wrap up the regular season, and then we get down to the postseason stuff. And I think just making sure guys are keeping their eye on that, and that's going to come quick. So I just want to make sure we change gears and get our eyes on that quick.
Senior Day festivities coming up next year. This senior class, Coach, they started at the old mic. They got to see this place come to be. They got to do everything they had to do to get here, play everywhere in the world this year. What can you say about this group that's helped you get to this point?
Yeah, that's a good summary. Those guys have been through a lot, and I get the guys that stuck it out and saw it through. I'm glad they're getting rewarded with us getting to the postseason, and those guys had obviously a very direct impact on our success, and it's great that their career will end with a chance to go to the postseason and make a run.
It's kind of bittersweet. It's been a fun year of home baseball, bouncing around, playing here. This will be our last time chatting to you in this pit. Hopefully this time next year we're over there in that press box, Coach. But congratulations and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
It's North Alabama head coach Jad Prachniak. Our final post-game coach's thoughts. North Alabama falls in game 3-2. Lions take the series. Most importantly, UNA clinches a ticket in the Atlantic Sun tournament with a win on Saturday. So that's going to do it for us here at Mike D. Lane Field, broadcasting baseball this year. We appreciate you tuning in as we've done these live streams. Shout out to Braden Rogers back here producing, getting the streams up and running. Grant Wakefield for calling them with me. Appreciate Greg Thornton at 93.9 The Score for airing a good portion of these as well. And thank you all for tuning in. And don't go anywhere. We'll take a little break, and when we come back, we'll be back with Senior Day festivities as they're getting ready to have that out here on the field here in just a little bit. Our final broadcast of the year. Thanks for tuning in all year long on the UNA Lions Sports Network. For Grant and Braden, I'm Benjamin Ray saying Roar Lions.
as we take the time to honor our 11 seniors for Senior Day festivities. We take this time to thank them for their contributions to the program, as well as honor and celebrate the achievements on this very day. I can't see nothing. Our first senior is Jaden Sloan, a graduate student from Montgomery, Alabama. He's joined today by his parents, Eric and Nicole Sloan. Jaden plans to graduate with a Master of Business Administration degree. He played in 7 games this season with 5 starts and averaged .318 over 22 plate appearances. Let's give it up for Jaden Sloan. Next up is Carson Howard, a senior relief pitcher from Pike Road, Alabama. He's accompanied today by his father, Rick, mother, Trish, and grandparents, Deborah and Harold. Carson is graduating with a bachelor's degree in health and fitness. He has pitched in 61 career games and has recorded 67 strikeouts over 103 innings pitched. Let's give it up for Carson. Our third senior is Jonathan Lane. The captain from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is joined today by his mother, Wendy, father, Chris, brothers, Josh, Jake, and Josiah, sister-in-law, Haley, niece, Sadie, and girlfriend, Tatum. Jonathan graduated this weekend with a Bachelor of Business Administration and Professional Management. He's played in 199 games throughout his career with the Lions, accumulating 210 hits during that time. Jonathan moved into 4th all-time for career hits in school history on May 4th, 2025 in a win over Lipscomb. He's the first player in Division I history or Division I era to reach the 200 career hit milestone. Let's give it up for the captain, Jonathan Lane. Up next is Quinn Petty, a right-handed pitcher infielder from Cumming, Georgia. He's joined today by his parents Kurt and Trish, and even his girlfriend Montana. Quinn graduated this weekend with a Bachelor of Business Administration and Professional Marketing. He started his career with the Lions primarily as an infielder and has transitioned a relief pitcher over the past 2 seasons. As a pitcher, he recorded 9 strikeouts and 12 appearances. Let's hear it for Quinn. Good. Our 5th senior is Dylan Morrill. Dylan is a right-handed pitcher from Teaneck, New Jersey. He plans to graduate in the fall with a Bachelor of Business Administration and Professional Management. Dylan has appeared in 15 games this season with 2 starts. He earned his first career win at UNA on May 4th against Lipscomb. On March 14th, he threw for 5 innings and recorded a season-high 9 strikeouts in a 6-5 victory over Central Arkansas. A round of applause for Dylan. Upcoming is Kyle Lewis, a right-handed pitcher from Leesburg, Virginia. Kyle is graduating with a master's in criminal justice. In 8 relief appearances this season, he recorded 11 strikeouts while only giving up 1 home run. Let's give it up for Kyle. Our 7th senior is Bryson Parrish. The hometown captain from Florence, Alabama is joined today by his mother, Jenny, father, Todd, brother, Brennan, grandparents, Tommy and Kathy, and girlfriend, Holly. As 5th-year graduate student, Bryson earned a bachelor's degree in sports and recreation management and is graduating with an MBA in project management. The veteran starter has appeared in 59 games with 19 starts, thrown 130 strikeouts across 167 innings. He tossed a 2-hit shutout on March 28th against Lipscomb, the first 9-inning shutout of the Division I era. Give it up for Bryson. Our 8th senior is Anthony Pinston. A right-handed pitcher from Charlton, Massachusetts. He is joined today by his mother, Kristen, father Matthew, Uncle Lewis, and Aunt Danielle. Anthony graduated this weekend with a bachelor's in criminal justice. After transferring to UNA prior to the 2024 season, Pinston became a staple in the Lions' rotation. He's recorded 90 strikeouts in 23 starts, with a total of 120 innings pitched. He tossed a complete game and recorded a season-high 11 strikeouts and a victory over Eastern Kentucky on May 10th. Put your hands together for Anthony. Our 9th senior is Zachary Major, a 5th-year graduate student from Plantation, Florida. He's joined by his parents, Stephen and Tracy, brother Aiden, and girlfriend Aurora. Zach is graduating with a Master of Business Administration with a focus in finance. The veteran outfielder has appeared in 49 games with 35 starts. He's recorded 31 hits and holds a career .324 on-base percentage. Let's hear it for Zach Major. Our 10th senior is Raleigh Claunch, a right-handed pitcher from Florence, Alabama. He's joined by his father, Patrick, mother, Kelly, and brothers Brantley, Bryant, Peyton, and Britton. Raleigh graduated this weekend with a Bachelor of Business Administration and Professional Management. He's appeared in 11 career games with 4 starts and recorded 15 strikeouts and 17 innings pitched. A round of applause for Raleigh. And our final senior this afternoon is Caleb Menino, a left-handed pitcher from Morgan City, Louisiana. He's joined today by his father, Carl, mother, Erica, grandparents No Young He, Laisha Duplessis, Gabriel Duplessis, and his girlfriend, Alyssa. Caleb is graduating with a bachelor's degree in chemistry. He's thrown 19 innings over 16 career appearances and pitched in relief against SEC powerhouses like LSU and Tennessee this season. Let's hear it for Caleb. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for our 2025 seniors.